that school is collective.
Yes.
It's for all of you.
Yes.
But what is important is each, as you say, each home to have its own abar.
Amen.
And this is where you should have a circle.
Yes.
Where I can contribute and you save and you build up your own fund.
Yes.
For giving you soft loans.
We thank God.
So in that fund, I want to start by putting 100 million. So now 600 million for the school, 100 million for the circle. Where you can also even put your own ad to save.
Thank you.
And then you lend to all your members. That's a very powerful group. If somebody with a calculator, if each widow contributes, let's say 10,000.
Yes.
36,000 will raise how much?
360 million.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So if I put my 100 million, in no time you can build up a small bank of yours of 460 million.
Yes.
And a widow who wants to borrow, you can take my example of PDM, where somebody takes 1 million, and after 2 years, she pays back. I don't know how you want to do it because you shouldn't make it too expensive. I will give you the 600 million. The State House Controller, she's there. So that will help you build that school, technical school. What I suggest is that you sit down and evolve a policy.
Yes, Papa.
Where it is both a money maker for your organization.
Yes.
By, for instance, accepting the children of the people who are not widows. Okay. So that you can discuss it and see how to earn money to sustain it.
I've been waiting. I've talked to so many women's groups. I've tried so hard to work with many to see whether we can really learn to save and know. When you have your own money, you can plan for anything you can afford and do it because you know you have your own savings. But the problem with us, even when you make some little money, when you have a wedding, you get all the money you had saved, you spend it for the wedding, finished. After the wedding, you start all over again. Then you try and have some little, you save it a little, the Christmas comes about, you take it out, all of it, you spend it at Christmas. After Christmas, you have to start all over again. So, we have to begin to live on planet Earth and know that these people we borrow money from, these countries we call civilized nations, they build their nations on money they save. We have to learn to save from the family because nations are built by families. And if you have families that are thriving, that nation will thrive. But if families are poor and begging, that nation is a begging nation. So the government can become rich because it gets money from these families who pay some interest rates, and the interest rates make the volume of the government money. By God's grace, this government, NRM government, headed by the president, has been striving to put some little money from what the government makes into people's families so that people's families can also begin to make money. But the problem is the families don't really help to make money so that they can begin to pay some interest also. If as many families of Uganda were better off than they are, the government would get more revenue and the services would be better. My story now is to ask you to begin to save. That's where we must begin, at the grassroots, saving. But if you disciplined yourselves, all of you, and said each one of us must see that every week I must save at least something.
Yes.
And you may think it's not much. But if you keep saving that small amount and discipline yourself to save it every week or month, or it will grow.
Amen.
When it grows, then you invest it in doing something bigger.
Work and skills. So the school that we have built is going to be a technical institution. So we are planning to open it as a technical institution so that we can give very many people some skills, most especially our children. We want to remove some of them who are still in the streets, give them skills, and give more education and skills to other people.
So that's why we said we are going to change into a technical school, because it is easier when we come down and look at our children who are there. Many of the widows cannot afford tertiary institutions, education, or university. Those who are able, we thank God for that. But there are those, because our organization is looking at the grassroots women, widows. So that's why we say it is better to equip our children, the disadvantaged, and not only the widows' children, orphans, but all the disadvantaged, to give them the skills that they will be able to do something. And even among us, there are young widows who can benefit when they are given those skills. So this initiative will not only create job opportunities, but also enhance the overall skills and well-being of our community. We are reaching out our request for your support in making this vision a reality.